Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Redmen TV. I am your host, Errol Smith, and I am going to take you through the fan interactive. Liverpool have just progressed into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We will meet Manchester United at Old Trafford, but we have just dismantled the Southampton side at home, and it was absolutely incredible to see what some of those young kids, the standard and the quality that they displayed tonight was absolutely phenomenal. So thank you very much for joining. Anybody who tuned into the watch along, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun, but let's dive straight into it with some of your thoughts and comments. Veronica with the £5 super chat says, so proud of this team. Lewis and Jayden's goal were great. Yeah, absolutely. There was fantastic goals. I must say, I think the performances from the young lads today were not short of sublime. A lot of confidence is flowing through this squad at the moment, and Jurgen Klopp can be very, very proud of the young lads that have stepped up from the academy in the recent weeks for us. We've got some comments over on Discord as well. Yeah, people saying Klopp better not be leaving. Well, I think he definitely is, but I think he'll be leaving with a big smile on his face, and I think he knows when all's said and done, he is definitely leaving Liverpool Football Club in a far better shape than he first inherited it all those years ago. Got a comment here from somebody else is saying, what a salty B-word Russell Martin is. The interview gave him the chance to congratulate our kids, and it was like pulling teeth. Compare that to Rob Edwards from last week, who seemed genuinely made up that Jayden was just there to have played 10 minutes. Yeah, well, that's his prerogative. At the end of the day, if he can't appreciate what he's seen tonight and understands the effort and the energy levels that have gone into that performance, you know, if it's lost on him, who's asked? At the end of the day, that put a smile on a lot of Liverpool fans' faces all over the world. Lee the Wizkid says, yo, those kids looked stronger than our regulars. Yeah, in moments I think it's the advantage of having fresh legs. They haven't got all the minutes of half a season in the legs as well. Coming in fresh energy, eager to impress. You know, it's safe to say that whichever manager comes in next to manage Liverpool Football Club, he is going to be very, very happy with the talent that we do have on offer at the moment. We've got another comment here as well. Damn, so proud of these kids. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the a takeaway that we all have at the moment. You know, they've come in and stepped up for Jurgen in games that matter, big games, competitions, cup games that have got a lot riding on them, and they still manage to help do the job and get us over the line. Andrew Wales says, I'm loving this Liverpool side. You never walk alone. Yeah, completely. I think we're all in agreement there. You know, this whole team, there's not a player in this team you can really dislike or doesn't put a shift in and doesn't give 110%. And, you know, we'll keep saying it. It is all about giving everything for the last couple of games while we've still got Jurgen Klopp, and everybody seems to be singing off the same hymn sheet, which is fantastic to see. Who else? Dickie Oi Red says, pleased for Kelleher keeping another clean sheet, which is obviously going to be great for his confidence, and it is. I thought he had a really strong first half performance as well. Kelleher come up with a few big saves. I know there was an opportunity early doors, it was offside. It will have been ruled off for offside, but he does save it anyway because he's none the wiser at the time. And yeah, he's got a knack for making some big saves at some crucial times for Liverpool as well to keep us in the game. Someone else has come in the chat, thank you very much, from the Discord, and says Saints had 3 shots on target and a lot more off target, and we tested their keeper more, so the better chances, Russell? Yeah, we're clapping back at the Southampton manager in the chat. We've got the young lads' backs, that's safe to say. Thomas Doughton says, the young Kanate is immense. He really is. He's ridiculous. We love to see it. Edward Corrigan says, why was that one not want to bring up? I'm not 100% sure why that one's not bringing up, but he says, hey Errol, not too proud to say I shed a little tear when Jayden done his post-match interview. Big things are to come for that lad. I can get that up on the screen now as well. The computer has just caught up. So yeah, no, I do agree. I can understand for him it was probably an emotional moment as well for his family, everybody involved, but it was great to see. If we head over to everybody on Twitter, we've had some comments there, so I'm going to go over to the Twitter gang and Believer says, it's honestly insane what these kids are achieving. No, it really is. It's become a little bit of a joke at the moment, how good they are. Matthew Stewart says, what a squad, what a manager. And I think it's something that we've all knew since we got Jurgen Klopp. We knew how lucky we was when we appointed him, and we have been very, very blown away by the results, the amount of games that we've won, the players that he's brought in, the way that the players want to run through brick walls for him, what we've gone on to achieve. It just goes to show the difference it makes when you have a world-class manager heading up a football club and driving you towards all top honours. We are very, very fortunate, and hopefully that these next 2 to 3 months are going to be some of his best as Liverpool manager. Andy C says, excellent second half. The goal scorers rightly will take the plaudits, but after a tricky opening 20 minutes, Clark was really good. Also, would rather see Danns on the pitch before Gakpo. His first finish is that of a quality player. Yeah, I think Cody Gakpo is probably the one that under-delivered tonight, and he probably won't leave the pitch thinking he's had his best game in a red shirt, and it was a disappointment. I'll call it how I see it, because for me, when you're the senior player, when you're the forward, and you're that extra bit of firepower that Klopp's used as a bit of an insurance policy to make sure that, if we do need a goal, something falls to you. There was a good couple of chances that were created, and I said it, in a half time in the watch along. Sometimes when you are the only senior or recognised forward, it can be a little bit difficult when you've got 2 young lads that you're not used to playing with alongside you, about creating the right chances and giving you the opportunities. And that couldn't be said tonight, because he did get teed up a good couple of times for what I believe to be chances he should at least be working the keeper and testing the keeper. So he didn't have his shooting boots on. But when you win 3-0 and it's a team game, all can be forgiven, certainly. Another Chris Mahone says, very impressed with Koumas, Clark, Elliott, Konate, all excellent, and of course Danns. The only one that was not to perform was Gakpo, as we've just mentioned. Him playing so long tells me we could have players back for Saturday. Hopefully we do start to see more of those senior players come back into the squad as well over the next couple of days. Obviously with training and then playing Nottingham Forest on the weekend, it would be really good to have the likes of Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunes back in the fold. But come on, make no mistake about it, we've got a full squad at the moment of people that have got the appetite for the challenges ahead. So yeah, incredible. Shady Ash 47 says, is no one else astounded at Bradley's consistency being brilliant again, and I've not ever seen him have a bad period in a game? Yeah, he looks so assured and composed on the ball. One of the things that I love most about him is his anticipation and his reading of the game. He seems to be years ahead of where he probably should be for his age and all things considered. So it is fantastic, and I do think he has been a consistent performer since he's been given the chance to come in and deputise for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Billy says, we're fucking winning it all. This team is something else, and it makes me even sadder that Klopp is leaving, because he could make us unstoppable for years to come. I do agree, and we've just got to make the most. This is what this period of time is all about for us. But thank you with the £5 super chat says, honestly, I reckon Kelleher is the best in the league right now after Ali and Ederson. He has been insane for us recently. Yeah, and it's crazy how quick your fortunes can change in football and your form can change around. And I think Kelleher struggled early part of the season, and I don't know whether that was a lack of game time at the back end of last year, and he came in feeling a little bit cold for whatever reason, but it has taken him a little bit of time. But he's been afforded extra games and extra minutes, and I think all of that is now proof that we was right to obviously not sell him in the summer. We was right again not to sell him in the January transfer window. But again, it just proves that his quality over time will come through, because he has got it. Now he's got his confidence back. He is performing and giving some of his best displays in a Liverpool shirt for a good couple of years now. Yeah, Dickie Red, another one who's got a comment there on Cody Gakpo, says it wasn't Cody's night at all. Another game and he'll score. It happens. Yeah, and I think, from our perspective, I think I can be quite happy in saying that, really. I think it's easy to kind of not necessarily kick a man while he's down, but, we can point and blame and kind of suggest that he was off it, but I don't think that is going to be a permanent fixture with Cody Gakpo. It doesn't look like he he gets it into his own head or anything like that. I think he is starting to find a little bit of rhythm, and I think obviously the more game time that we can obviously give him will probably be better served in weeks and months to come for us. So I still got a lot of time for Cody Gakpo. I still think he's a very good squad player for us at the moment, and he's a very good option. He offers us something different going forward, but he does need to perform better, especially in games like this where you should be the standout performer for me, really. Spencer Welch comes in and says, when Jurgen quits, he is going into acting, or when he quits, he's going into acting and directing films. First film he'll be doing will be a kindergarten Klopp starring Jurgen Klopp. Yeah, he definitely could. He could be a movie star, couldn't he, Jurgen? I think we'd all pay good money to see Jurgen in a kindergarten Klopp movie. And says, so away to United, we can do them. You never walk alone. Yeah, and that's where Liverpool are going to be heading next, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a trip in the FA Cup in the quarterfinals against Manchester United, and it is going to be an interesting one. It's going to make for another fairy tale moment, I suppose, as we are on this farewell tour for Jurgen Klopp. He will want to go there with a strong side. He'll want to go there with some lads that are back fit and able to get back on the pitch. And I think at this moment, I don't think it's a secret, man. You are not in a particularly good shape. They've got a tough run of fixtures coming up themselves in weeks to come. So adding Liverpool into that fixture congestion now just means that there is even more pressure on Erik ten Hag, the pressure on the team to perform. And I genuinely think it's going to be a very, very interesting match, and one that I am very much looking forward to. We've got another comment here from someone over in the Discord chat. Who is it? Is it Quadbod? I recognise the picture. It looks like man like Quadbod. Errol, this documentary is going to be some watch if this carries on. Yeah, certainly is. I mean, I don't think it's going to be called All or Nothing, but I definitely believe it is going to be a blockbuster documentary if all goes to plan. It could be one for the history books, that documentary. It really could. It could probably be, or it could go down as one of the best sporting documentaries of all times. I know a lot of people have got a lot of time for the Gerrard documentary. City's All or Nothing. Got a lot of time for the Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary. But I think this will sit right amongst them if all goes to plan. But ladies and gentlemen, Liverpool have done it again. Somehow we feel that the team that has no right to be able to progress and beat our Southampton side that are, buoyant in confidence and doing well in the respective league that they're in at the moment. And again, there was no nerves. It wasn't squeaky bum time. We wasn't sitting there thinking, Liverpool are doing it the hard way. The confidence and the way that these young players and the quality and the assured nature of how they perform tonight, it really speaks volumes for the quality that is just coursing through the veins of Liverpool Football Club at the moment. We are in a ridiculously healthy position, and it's one that we should just keep being grateful and thankful for. But as ever, this has been your Fan Interactive. These have been your thoughts, your comments. I just added a little bit to it and gave a little bit of my insights. But thank you very much for tuning in. It is another late night fixture here over in Liverpool. Anfield was buzzing again tonight, and I will see you again soon.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out the content today. If you want to get your name in and amongst these wonderful people, then head to redmenplus.com. Join as a Legend tier subscriber. You're going to get free merchandise codes. You're going to get in our Discord, and you're going to get your name at the end of YouTube videos. Yes, redmenplus.com, Legend tier status.